a new study that confirms what we probably already knew. We come from those oceans. That's really our home. Researchers at the University of Chicago, under the direction of Dr. Neil Shubin, have found a link between the genes for fin rays in fish and the genes responsible for fingers and toes in people like you and me, land animals. Andrew Gerke is co-author of the study and a biologist. He's formerly in the Shubin lab. He's now at Harvard University. Dr. Gerke, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So how did you figure out that fins and hands kind of all come from the same place?
We sort of look at the genes and networks that build limbs and that build fins and compare them.
And if you can manipulate the genes that build fins and build hands and limbs and sort of find out what happens when those genes go away, you can see some similarities, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So we know a lot about how tetrapod limbs are made. So tetrapod are, mice, birds, anything that has four limbs. We know a lot about how those are made. So the difference here is we don't know a lot about how fish fins are made. So that's sort of the power of this study, is that we can now manipulate those networks in fish and get a really good understanding of how they compare to limbs.
So if you dig down into the genetic code and find out that fins and hands are not so very different after all, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for our understanding of where we come from?
Yeah, I like it because it really speaks to our deep connection to the rest of the animal kingdom. Here we have fish fins, which look so fundamentally different than our hands. They don't have anything that really looks like something like a wrist and digits. But when you dive deeper, like you said, into the genes and the networks, they're deeply conserved among very different animals.
And so do we know 300 million, 400 million years ago who or what the fish or amphibian or creature was that actually colonized the beach and became our grandparents?
No, we don't. So the best we can do, since, all these species are dead, is we can look at fossils and look at genes and try to make the best approximation that we can. Now we know that wrists and digits likely evolved in the water.